Hello and welcome to Malta. I am Neil, primary MC for the Deadly Dozen UK and host of On The Rocks podcast, and we are here in Malta at the first ever Deadly Dozen, and the place is rocking. It's hot, there's a bit of wind, athletes everywhere. We're absolutely loving this today. These guys are absolutely smashing it. Here we are enjoying our first ever event in Malta. So Jay, how are you feeling? Another country and you're here?
Yeah, another country. It's a hot country, like I say, so factor 50s on. I'm ready to go. I'm feeling all right, to be honest. Slept well. I had 0 injuries this year, so we'll see whether 2 Deadly Dozens leave me sore for about 2 weeks. But yeah, very much looking forward to it.
And how do you feel being in the Mediterranean? Deadly Dozen in Malta. How does that make you feel as the founder and the owner?
It's honestly surreal. You know, the team in Malta reached out to me, you know, literally like a year or so ago, and we're just, look, we've seen this new race in the UK, we want to bring it to Malta, and it's just surreal to be here. I said, we were chatting earlier that sometimes because so much is happening so fast with Deadly Dozen, I turn up and I look and go, yeah, is this right, yeah, we're good to go. And you sort of have to step back and be mindful to go, oh wow, like, this is crazy. You know, I'm in Malta at Deadly Dozen, this event that I sort of thought, oh, this is a nice idea, I'll set this up for my gym members, you know, a couple of years ago, and here we are in Malta. We were at the airport yesterday and we've seen people flying over to Malta to do it. You know, you've got yourself, Neil, from your gym in Cambridge, and you're here on the Rocks podcast out in Malta filming Deadly Dozen. It's honestly surreal.
And then today you're going to have a go do 2 back-to-back. Why are you doing that?
So, well, basically Simon's great idea was, because we've launched the Gross, a 12-hour Deadly Dozen event, we wanted to see, well, what's it feel like when you've done a Deadly Dozen to go into another one? So I'm sort of doing this, obviously 2 is nowhere near 12, however, we want that feedback from Garmin, who's sponsored me to have this watch and go through it. We want to see how it feels so I can give that feedback. Well, this is how 2 felt, how horrific is 12 going to be? Because we set the Gross up as a relay event, and it's definitely doable as a relay, team of 4. Yet we just had dozens of solos sign up, yeah, because people are absolutely crazy. So we've got these solos sign up. I think it's potentially impossible as a solo. It's doable as a pair, doable as a relay, but we want to see how the second Deadly Dozen feels. So I'm not going to go out for a PR on the first one. My approach today is to sort of go, right, let's pace this well. You know, let's almost pace it like an 800 metre, where when you run an 800, you don't want your first or your second 400 to be that much different. Maybe your second 400 is a couple seconds slower. Yeah, so I want to try and get them quite even. I don't want to do the first one in 45 minutes and the second one in 3 hours.
So loving the Deadly Malta patch. So that was 2:10. So the first one was 56. And the second one was completely different. So I enjoyed it, obviously chatting to people, felt really good throughout. It's just global fatigue, it's not one muscle group. Luckily back felt good, legs felt good. So nothing individually was horrible, it's the global fatigue. But the bottom line is, so I'm not trained specifically for this, it was just the cameraman's awesome idea a couple of weeks before. And so I couldn't complete an Ironman right now, right? And if I was to do a marathon next week, I would really struggle. I've not got the engine. So the thing is, when it comes to performance qualities like strength and speed, especially speed, there's a ceiling. There's only so fast you're going to get, even with world-class training. Same for strength, you know, there's a little bit more progression there. Now, when it comes to endurance, it's a real lifelong performance quality. Like all of that, strength's really important, but you see people perform at high levels in the 60s and stuff like that. So leading into hybrid endurance is something we want to do with the Gross. And obviously the ceiling of endurance is just, you know, it's exponential, it's through the roof. So what people can achieve when they put the volume in is incredible, even with just lots of low intensity training. So when you get someone that can do Ironmans, you know, and they're running fast marathons, you know, so someone that's doing like a 2:30 marathon, they can complete Ironmans, they train specifically for this, they're going to be incredible. Because I've just not got the aerobic base to keep going. It was just global fatigue.
Do you think the Gross is possible?
As a solo, no. No. You'd have to be the absolute best in the world hybrid athlete, and you'd have to train specifically for 6 to 12 months. And maybe the best of the best would do it. Pairs, yes, absolutely. Relays, absolutely. But like I was nowhere near good enough to do well there. I was thinking I'd be closer to the hour on the second. Obviously I was enjoying it and chatting to people, and I could have pushed, but if I pushed then, there's no chance I'd do 12, but I would never be able to do 12. Like, I'm not that level. I'm just not going to be.
How many do you think in our events in August, how many do you think is going to be completed? Do you think we're going to be 11, 11 and a half?
Yeah, up to 10. And I think, to be honest, obviously we know Dave Parkin's like, you know, a sub 40 athlete, and he's going to hold 50s like he's going to be 50 aerobic, but I actually think we're going to see some females come through and dominate, because what you see in endurance sports is you've got a lot of female ultra athletes that just have the capacity to get so much volume in, you know, and they can just tolerate so much stress, they can recover fast, and like James Kelly says, it's all about dominate. When we start leaning more and more into hybrid ultras, which we want to really lead the way with, the hardest hybrid challenges in the world, as in the ultra challenges, I think we're going to see like some incredible athletes come through from the triathlete sport and all, you know, the marathon sports, the ultra sports. But we're going to have to be strong, because when I come back round for that farmer's carry, I can easily do the 240, you know, under 2 minutes, grip's fine. Second time you come round, your grip's gone. You know, it's amazing how just one round before it takes it away. So yeah, a lot more difficult. Could have pushed a lot harder, but in all honesty, like really enjoyed it and like had a great time. It was fantastic, because it's like the ruck. Because you're not red zoning and pushing really hard because you're worried about pacing, you're in the moment a lot more. And I think that's one of the reasons ultra athletes like ultras. You're in the moment, you're in the race, nothing else matters. Yeah, so it's a beautiful thing.
And thumbs up for Malta.
Malta has done unbelievable. This is an incredible event. Like every aspect of this event has been unbelievable.
Gold standard.
So absolute credit to the team. Gold standard. Like couldn't be better for a first event. This is. I mean, it's like they've done 10 events already. It's absolutely fantastic. So incredibly proud of the Malta team, and incredibly impressed with Malta as a whole. We've got loads of people come over from the UK and Italy. Our director from Deadly Dozen Italy is here with his team. But no, like everyone here is fantastic. Friendliest place in the world. Like everyone's friendly, everyone's fantastic. Been a brilliant event. Loved it. Oh!
Ready? 1 out of 3.
So the first lady to ever finish Deadly Dozen in Malta.
Yes.
How does it feel?
It was harder than I thought, especially the bear crawl. My legs died, but it was fun. It was really nice race, very well organized.
And are you from Malta yourself?
Yes, I compete in Malta and I compete abroad, but Deadly Dozen was my first race.
So how does it feel to have a major fitness race like Deadly Dozen here in your home country?
It's amazing because it's an international race, so when the big race comes to Malta, it's nice because Malta is a small country. So to race like that is really amazing.
And when you were out there, the 12 different labours, which one did you find probably the most challenging, and did anything catch you unexpected?
I think the bear crawl, it killed my legs, my quads. The run after was really hard. Even after the goblet squats, I did them 60 unbroken, but the running was easier than after the bear crawl.
And then in terms of sort of the bigger picture of Deadly Dozen, if you were to qualify for the World Championships, do you think you would head over to the UK now?
Of course, that would be an amazing experience, an amazing opportunity.
And what do you hope for the future of Deadly Dozen and Malta?
Yes, for sure, it would be amazing.
More races?
Yes, it would be nice. What this consists of, now people will get more interested, for sure.
And is that what you hope for the fitness industry in Malta? That more people will come and try this race next time it takes part?
Definitely. People are just scared for the first time, but the next time will be much bigger, for sure.
Tell us about Deadly Dozen Malta.
Deadly Dozen Malta, it's nice layout, nicely organised. Still such a tough event. The weather doesn't play a part because this is hot for us. Back in the UK, it's hot for us. This is a normal day for Maltese people. So yeah.
And what made you decide to travel abroad for this race?
For me, I like to put two things together, enjoying fitness as well as travelling. I've always wanted to travel. There's another event aside from Deadly Dozens. I've been to a number of countries. Now that Deadly Dozens has expanded, I've got more choice now.
And what do you think of Malta as a country?
Lovely, beautiful, beautiful country, beautiful people, nice, yeah.
And in terms of the expansion of Deadly Dozen, obviously you've done it back home in the UK, but now we're seeing it in Europe,
Yeah.
Australia the last week.
Yeah.
You know, as a sort of participator and consumer of hybrid fitness racing,
Yeah.
how are you sort of feeling about the industry now?
I'm feeling quite confident. It's like, because there's something for everyone now. Everyone can do it for all types of levels. Yeah, and Deadly Dozen is open to anyone. It's not just people who train for a specific event. This is open for everyone. I count myself as a normal person, everyday person, full-time job. Yeah, so yeah, it's getting good now, the hybrid racing scene.
And those two last labours,
Yes.
the overhead carry and the devil's press in the sun,
Yeah.
you look like you're working hard. How was it?
My shoulders were killing me. This event is either leg orientated at the first half, second half is very shoulder orientated. Tough, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's tough.
And just a word on the organisers and directors in Malta, how have they done?
Oh, they've done perfect, perfect. Not being funny, I think the UK can learn some pointers, to be honest with you. That's yeah.
So Nina and Penny, Deadly Dozen Malta, how was it?
Really fun, so much harder than we
Yeah,
expected.
so much harder. I really underestimated that. You think, oh, it's only 12, like the weights are really light, like you'll be fine. But it's so many reps.
Yeah, it's a lot, but it's so rewarding.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
so good, like so proud. We said in the taxi on the way here, like this time last year, there was no way that we could have done
No
that.
way.
We've worked so hard this year, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. Yeah,
Trained.
yeah.
And obviously from being back home in the UK, what made you come out to Malta and why did you choose Malta?
So the timing was great for us. So it's been a year since we started like exercising together, basically.
Shout out to Two Tails CrossFit
Yeah, that's true.
in Essex.
Yeah, they've been great for us, and it's such a great community. And Deadly Dozen is that community as well. It's got that vibe about it, and we'll be doing more, won't we?
Yeah.
Once we're over this one.
Yeah, it's so good, like how accessible it is to everyone. Yeah.
And we mentioned Malta at the beginning.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah,
about
I've got family here, so my cousin's doing doubles. It just made sense, right? So weekend away.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll be relaxing by the pool.
Yeah, we will.
And how do you think the sort of heat made it different to the UK?
It made it hugely different. Just even running on a track. So when we do our runs, we're sort of around the CrossFit gym, aren't we? So
on like pavement.
yeah, so it's quite daunting, but you know, it's great environment.
Much better on a track.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Now you've completed Deadly Dozen, will you be coming to see us in the UK, do you think?
we're going to pairs it,
Yeah,
aren't we?
at Lee Valley.
Yeah, Lee Valley. Yeah, we didn't sign up just in case we didn't like this one. We will be.
So that's your like local one?
Yeah, it is our local one. Yeah, so we'll be doing that.
Yeah.
And just a word on the sort of Maltese team, the directors and how the event's been ran.
Really great, very clear instructions. You know, very just really impressed with the organisation.
Yeah. Good to have someone like counting, but yeah, it wasn't like too in your face. Like
Yeah, really great.
Yeah, really good, really supportive.
And the Maltese drink a beer called Chisk. Are you going to be out for a pint of Chisk?
Yeah, I might have a Kinney first, and then I'll have a Chisk.
We are here with today's MC for the first ever Deadly Dozen Malta. Tell me about this day.
It was amazing, electrifying. First of all, we were really lucky with the weather. It was a bit windy, but as you can see, it's like a summer day. It's like August in November. It's the 9th of November. The atmosphere, we had athletes coming from different events, all coming here. There were colors, there were teams. And then over here was full with support, it's rare in Malta because although we do track and field here, they don't do football, so it's just track and field. It's usually half empty, so it was really nice to see the stands all full, and the athletes were loving it. They all had the same comments. They were dying, but they were really enjoying it. It was fun, so it was called Deadly Fun, and it was great. I mean, 12 stations, challenging stations, but they're fast. We saw some great times, some great athletes who maybe found a sport, a new discipline they actually enjoy, because we've had some really grand things. We had athletes qualifying for the championships that are going to be in London, so that's really exciting for us in Crystal Palace, so that's really good news. We saw lots of different things. Jay trying a double back-to-back, so not only doing one Deadly Dozen, doing two Deadly Dozens back-to-back. But it was electrifying. There was magic, there was energy, there was noise, there were people supporting, and most of all, you could see that people were having fun and they were doing more than one. So you'll be seeing us again, hopefully in a year's time, on the 8th of November 2026. And on the 7th of December for the Deadly Strong, that means no runs for the lazy ones.
And from a Maltese perspective, what does it mean to have like one of the major leaders fitness races here in your country?
It's always an honor because we're a small island, so of course whenever anyone comes here from overseas, us not being one of the big countries or one of the big capitals or one of the big cities, it's always an honor because you feel like you belong to the world, if you know what I mean. You're here, and usually when people come here, they're never upset because Maltese give 100%. So whoever comes here always leaves with a smile, and it's also a beautiful destination once you're not competing to go around because there's a lot of art, history, culture, and the weather's good.
And today there was around 500 athletes compete. In a year's time, what do you think will happen, and what's your hopes for Deadly Dozen here in Malta?
Correct. So there was just over 500. I can't tell the future. I'm not one of the organisers over here. I'm emceeing. However, my prediction from what I've experienced from other races and other events I take part in, I think it could even double because there was a lot of interest. There were lots of people coming to see what it's all about. Lots of clubs that didn't come, but I believe that it was a big success. First of all, so not only will the people who took part come again, I think they'll bring friends, they'll bring colleagues, and also the people that come to support them will actually try it next time. It's a fun event.
And as an MC and as someone who consumes a lot of different sports and works across a number of sports, what's your take on the Deadly Dozen? What's your thoughts?
First of all, I love it because of course there's the track. So I come from track and field. I'm an X800 M15. So seeing so many people run on the track, run that 400 meter, feel the 400 meter. Many of them never actually did a 400 meter. They're into sports, but they're into different types of sports. And here they're running 400 meters. So that's already lovely because they're tasting a taste of athletics, of course, with the stations. So it being over here, it's as a Maltese, it just feels amazing because the race in itself is long, but it's actually fun. It feels short. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's actually a long race that feels short because the stations are really rapid for some athletes, and with the people who are really trained, they're actually flying. They come in, they go, they run. So the 12 stations are actually, we had times of low 40s over here. We had relay times of sub 40s, like 35 in the relays and in the doubles. So there were some really good times. So imagine 12 stations, but they're flying. So it's how can I say, it's a competitive, energetic, dynamic event, even if it is short.
And one last thought, do you think Deadly Dozen is here to stay in the hybrid fitness world?
Definitely, I can't say how it's not because it's the right mix. I think there's a very nice balance of strength and cardio, and as we could see, people can do it. And the beautiful things, we saw all ages. We had close to 70-year-olds, all sizes, people who maybe are not. You can see they don't train daily, but at the end of the day, sport doesn't discriminate, and they are all finishers, and they all feel like winners. So I think it's here to stay because everyone can take part.
So just with race directors Andrew and Ryan, in your own words, can you describe the feeling of today?
I started with a lot of nausea in my stomach. It was something which we never obviously done in Malta. It was the first Deadly Dozen race, so it was something that we wanted to make it the first time and to get it really good on the first count. Obviously, this will give us the laying of the bed for the future events. But now throughout the event, seeing all the happy faces, all the athletes going around the tracks and enjoying it, it was obviously the prize for all the work that we've been doing since July. It wasn't easy. I can't say it was easy. It was a good steep hill, but enjoyable. It's something that I for sure will be doing again, obviously with our Deadly Dozen Global, with my partners for sure, Andrew and Mark. But yes, it's very nice, and I recommend it for other directors.
And
definitely.
Andrew, for you, what does it mean to bring one of the major fitness races to Malta, to actually be able to host one in this country?
Of course, we're humbled to be the ones getting it to Malta, and we're proud to organize our first event, like our first official Deadly Dozen event here. The reception we've had from the Maltese community was I can say it was electric. The reception was amazing, and the Maltese community is hungry for more fitness events. So the Deadly Dozen event was a perfect fit for the local scene.
And how do you both feel it actually went as an event? Did it go how you wanted it to?
I think we feel that in general the feedback was really good. So I think it was a very, very positive experience for sure.
Yeah, that's what we see from their faces.
And you're already booked in for next year, so there's an event already planned.
Yes, correct.
Is there any sort of hope or expectation for that, having seen the reaction today?
All right. We believe it will be bigger for sure.
Exactly. And
we have things to work on. We'll do our best to surpass expectations, make it even better. But from the reception we have, definitely it will be bigger.
And from my perception from the outside, it looks like the fitness community of Malta really took to it. But also it looks like the businesses of Malta decided to get involved as well.
Yes, correct.
Any sort of thoughts on that?
No, we had a really good approach from different sponsorship and different brands. It was really good having them with us. Obviously, we wouldn't have even done it without them. They really gave us a good input, and having them on board even gave us the other outcome from the other athletes that followed obviously their brand. By them, we expanded even on our Deadly Dozen Malta followers, so they gave us a really good boost.
And then last question, what are your hopes for Deadly Dozen in Malta going forward?
Yeah.
I'll let you reply.
Going forward, we have in line quite a few different events for next year. For this year, we have the last one, which will be Deadly Strong, which we are doing it in a gym at XO. The gym is called. It's a new gym, and we are trying to obviously help with him getting more athletes, us tapping into the hybrid and CrossFit community, because we want to reach all athletes. There isn't just one part. This is something for the all-scale athletes, beginners or elites or middle. But next year we're looking.
We'll keep it a bit hush hush.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
We have plans.
We have plans. Yes.